Is this just rubbish? Hi guys, welcome back to the Dugout. We've got some FIFA 21 gameplay. The official gameplay trailer is here. Jason, what are you saying?
Had a little look at it to try and get some stuff ready to go, and yeah, we've got some good stuff coming up. I think we're going to go a little more in depth with it for the pitch notes and stuff like that. So yeah, let's see what it brings.
We're going to deep dive, aren't we? We're going to deep dive in, see what we've got, see what they've got to show us. Right, here we go. Gameplay features.
FIFA 21 rewards you for your creativity and control.
Yeah, right.
Rewards you for your creativity. Rubbish. I'm going to try and be positive.
Let's hope it does. It's about time. It's about time.
You can dance, apparently. Yay. New features. Right, dribbling. Cool.
Agile dribbling.
I want that mode, that red and blue mode.
I do like that. I've got to say, I do like the red and blue. The animations, the dummies. I do think that's quite interesting. We'll look at that a little bit more in depth.
That looks ridiculously OP. Do you think? Look at this. Look at his feet.
That doesn't look real.
That looks horrendous. That looks
even Ronaldo
awful.
Doesn't do that fast.
It looks impossible to tackle.
That looks OP. That little turn thing there.
OP.
That's the new drag back. For sure. Oh god, Van Dijk.
Use them muscle. Well. Fucking have it. Creative runs. Right.
This I'm very interested in. This is something that's a massive part of my gameplay that has just not been there this season. I find the AI runs are just non-existent.
It's just how it works on the sticks. I can't quite understand. You tap L1, you move the stick. Like that is genius. Why is that not already a thing?
That very interested with that. As I say, for how I play, I'd love just doing the quick 1-2s, and has not been on it this season at all. So hopefully that is in it.
Hopefully it works.
Hopefully it works. Yeah, we'll see though. Could take some getting used to controlling two players almost, but again, it's just stuff that should be in. But
that's needed when players just run offside and are stupid.
Defensive giants like
Van Dijk or AI blocked.
Look at those two blocks then were ridiculous.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Ridiculous. That's what Van Dijk's like already on it. Just unbeatable. It just muscles you off the ball like you're not even there.
This is like the ultimate clusterfuck. This. I'm watching this. I'm like, I don't know what's different. I'm just watching it like.
No, it does make sense. I've watched it a couple of times. At first, I didn't get it. If you watch, look how they're all falling over each other in the first one. The second one, they're not doing it.
My mind can't comprehend
that. It's in the pitch notes. We'll see it in the pitch notes.
We'll have a look.
Oh,
heel to heel, OP. Love that. Can whip the ball in. Bang.
I'm just trying to not see the graphics almost because it's so uninspiring.
This is gameplay though, isn't it? This is gameplay.
Yeah.
This is awful. No one wants that. No one wants that.
Pointless.
Legendary's fine.
Get ready for the real shocker coming up.
Now this.
The worst feature ever. I know it's only kick-off, but
yeah, whose idea was that?
Awful, and they'll take it out next year and be like, "You only get one chance, all new."
Gameplay rewind, it completely defeats the objective of the game.
Completely, even on kick-off mode.
Only it's on kick-off. Imagine that. It's awful.
Imagine the opponent. You got to get used to that. Someone misses a shot and you're like, "Oh shit, that looks good." I think that does look good.
On to the pitch notes now. I like what they've done here because they've laid it out and they've given us nice little gifs. So I thought rather than going back through the trailer, we could actually have a look at these and talk about the different features. Agile dribbling is the first thing they mentioned. Agile dribbling is a brand new way to keep close control of the ball, inspired by some of the best dribblers in real life. Agile dribbling is intended to give you the ability to quickly move the ball from side to side. So effectively, you hold R1/RB and move the left stick around. Now this, to me, feels like the most exploitable OP thing.
Yeah, and it, like I say, from those graphics that we saw in the trailer, no one does that. You can't move your feet that fast. It just doesn't look real.
If you look at Son in this GIF, right, and you look at the defender's doing like some crazy little dance trying to keep up with his feet. He's switching it. I don't know whether that's sped up, right? I don't know whether that's sped up, but that looks untackleable.
That was the only standout feature where I thought, this is rubbish.
You know when Ronaldo just used to stand on like the touchline and just do like step overs? That's kind of like what it looks like. It looks exploitable, it looks OP. Creative runs. So basically you click L1, move the right stick, and it tells them where to go. That's genius.
Yeah, great feature. I do like that. Not so sure about this direct pass and go.
Directed pass and go. You decide where your teammate makes their run after a pass by immediately flicking the right stick. Yeah, it's kind of similar, isn't it? It kind of sets them off in the right direction. I hate that they're showing the Volta example. Volta should just have none of these features. This player lock looks... All you do is to press the left stick in and the right stick in, and it locks the player that has just passed the ball. I don't know how often you'd use that, though. I don't know why you wouldn't just use the other passing features. They seem better. Right, anyway. Positioning personality. We are adding deeper AI personality in positioning, both offensively and defensively, to ensure that the ability of the football's greatest players on the virtual pitch matches up to their real-world counterparts. Is this just rubbish?
In theory, it's great because all the players should be different, but after what 4 months of foot, all the good cards start coming out, it won't mean anything anyway.
Obviously, on Ultimate Team, you get a stat for attacking position. Personality, the word personality in this sense literally means nothing.
Well, no, there is no personality in Ultimate Team anymore, is there?
You have a stat for attacking positioning, and depending on how high that should be, depends on how good they should be at doing this kind of thing. So I don't really understand what that means, and I feel like this could just be fluff. It doesn't feel like gameplay. It just feels a bit woolly, doesn't it?
Yeah,
feels
I agree.
Woolly. Now this looks good. This is going back to our red and blue men, our little morph characters just running around in their freaking suits. I do like what they've done here. They've kind of shown the back end of the game, and I don't know whether they've done that before.
Not to this level, definitely not, and it does make it easy to understand, I think, and you can see the differences.
Onside and offside runs, that's big, innit?
That looks like a good one, because there's the amount of times we have players running offside just because they've got a bit of pace. And obviously, FIFA takes 20 minutes to make a pass. What can you do? You've got no chance.
I feel like when you've got getting behind selected on your players, which we like to have when we play on co-op, they always get in behind, but they just run beyond the line and get offside all the time, don't they?
It's like they're doing a 100-metre sprint. They just go and don't look back. So
this looks positive. I like the red and blue men. It makes it kind of shows the hidden side of the game, which you don't really appreciate, to be fair. You don't appreciate all this maths has to happen for your fingers to do what needs to happen. Okay, so smooth encounters promote a smoother game flow in FIFA 21 with new animation systems. Better decide how players interact physically with each other. This will reduce the amount of chaotic situations in game. I like that they've kind of just said, yeah, we understand sometimes the game's complete rubbish.
You can see the difference, and I think it does look much more realistic. I will give it that in terms of the actual the smoothness of it and how it. Just look at the first one. The first one, they just literally clatter on each other. So one thing, it looking good, but obviously when you play in the actual field, the gameplay can be different. Like, I found this one so sluggish, and that was part of it, because you can just get knocked off the ball, 10 players fall over, and it just bounces anywhere. So
the less chaotic situations, the better.
Yeah, fair play for them to acknowledge for acknowledging that. They have kind of acknowledged that the gameplay is total rubbish this year. Fair play to them.
Fundamentals of football. So basically, going back to like World Cup winning '96, whip the freaking ball in, get your big bonts on it. Just the Route 1 stuff. It's not all about the tiki-taka. It's not all about the threading through balls and creative runs. It's about headers. It's about whipping the ball in. Crossing's back. What are we saying?
Yeah, I think, again, it's good that they've admitted it, because I honestly reckon my ratio is probably like something ridiculous, like a header every 13, 14 games, 10 games to round it, yeah. Which is ridiculous. Goals from crosses just didn't work. You
get into these crossing positions and you're like, if I cross it I'm just going to lose the ball. If we can have more variety in the way goals are scored, where it's kind of the impossible balance, isn't it? To try and make everything as balanced as each other and not find the one meta way, but the more ways we can score goals, the better, I think. But headers are back. I like it. There's nothing better than slamming in a header. So,
let's be positive. Some good points coming on at the moment. So
positive. Right, defending. All you've got to be able to do is just be able to tackle someone and get the ball. Yeah. That, for me, is all I want from defending. I want to be able to press the tackle button, and if I've got a good defender in a good position, I just want to win the ball. That's all I want.
That's the worst animation, I think, of FIFA 20. When you're literally 3-4 times you're tackling someone and you just don't get the ball.
That's why I'm so scared about agile dribbling, because it was hard to tackle before that.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, blocking, quite concerned about that, because blocks are OP as it is, and it always feels cheap, doesn't it, when your opponent blocks a shot because they haven't actually done anything.
Yeah, Van Dijk, look at that animation.
Van Dijk just going like...
God.
Passing, through passing, has been rebuilt. Hallelujah, you can actually press the triangle button without losing the ball.
Have to get a new pad and remove more triangle button. Whip cross, hang on.
Whip cross, driven cross, ground driven. Can't you do that already? Can't you do a driven cross and a ground driven cross already?
Sure. No.
Inspired by Liverpool's Trent Alexander-Arnold. Because he's the first ever player that has ever whipped in a cross. I mean, reach and nutmeg skill moves. Oh my god. Cancel foul advantage. That's good. L2R2. It allows the player to ask for the foul instead of keeping the advantage.
That's really good. That's really good.
Finally, you can actually take the free kick. I'll rate that.
That nutmeg. I don't think that's going to be OP. Just to pull it back to that, I was just looking at that. I cannot imagine I'll make that OP because people would just go mad if they constantly get a nutmeg. I feel like that's something you've got to earn. Like,
you've got to have the right player to do it as well. You wouldn't be able to do like freaking Barry Bannon or something. You can't nutmeg Barry Bannon. So it'd just be like, if you got Messi, if you got Neymar, fine. But if you got freaking Kieran Tierney, not happening.
But if you look further down, it says about the pass and shot cancellation, skill move cancellation. The ability to cancel something hopefully will stop the amount of stray passes and shots I've done.
Remap the drag back? Will that make it harder to do and therefore less OP?
You would think so.
I'm pretty happy with this. I'm not gonna lie, it feels good. I feel it's good to be positive at this stage as well. We've got to give them credit. Everything they're saying makes sense. It feels like they've understood a lot of the flaws in the last game, and at the moment I think that's all we can ask for, innit?
If you've got time, have a look at the pitch notes. There's a lot of stuff in there about like the community feedback and stuff like that, and I'm just having a quick look at one here about quality of life improvements. It's not a headliner, I'm never going to grab the headlines, but this is massive. First of all, though, that's the worst thing I've ever seen. Removal of some celebrations, including shush and AOK. That is awful.
You love a shush, don't you?
Removal of the walkbacks, hit back after a goal in line matches.
Thank God.
This was the big one, I think. Reduce the waiting time on multiple set pieces. That's way better, because the amount of time that's just wasted.
I like the reduced length of the goal celebrations and the walk back to the centre spot. You know when like you've scored and they're going like they're pointing to the sky and they're going, oh my god, I'm so great, and you can't skip it, you're like, freaking skip.
Yeah. Oh, there goes my controller.
Have we ever spoke about why there isn't handball in a football game?
I really don't know. I'd love to know the logic behind it, because
there has to be a reason. Because the fundamental rule of football is to not use your hand. There's got to be a reason, some kind of gaming mechanic behind it. If anyone knows, drop it in the comments down below. I feel quite positive having watched this. I was a bit miffed after watching the initial trailer where Mbappe was just running around the Eiffel Tower. But
yeah, let us know what you think in the comments below. What's your favourite feature and everything like that. So
absolutely. Right, hit a like, hit a sub, drop a comment down below your favourite feature. We'll see you next time on the Dugout. Take care.
Goodbye.
Adios.